So we're doing a discussion of works by Audre Lorde. So we're about to read a poem. And if you, afterwards, if there's anything that you feel you want to talk about, if it moved you in any way, please feel free to do so. But we're going to have another participant, El Monique, read the poem by Audre Lorde, A Song for Many Movements.
Nobody wants to die on the way. And caught between ghosts of whiteness and the real water, none of us wanted to leave our bones on the way to salvation, 3 planets to the left, a century of light years ago. Our spices are separate and particular, but our skins sing in complementary keys at 7:45. Meantime, we were telling the same stories over and over and over.
Broken down gods survive in the crevices and mud pots of every beleaguered city where it is obvious there are too many bodies to cart to the ovens or gallows, and our uses have become more important than our silence. After the fall, too many empty cases of blood to bury or burn, there will be no body left to listen, and our labor has become more important than our silence. Our labor has become more important than our silence. Do you have any thoughts on this poem here?
Of course, I do. I think it's still timely.
Absolutely.
And it's just the use of metaphor in the first stanza. Our spices are separate and particular, but our skins sing in complementary keys. I just think that's beautiful. And I think that, again, it's relevant today because for me, it just smacks of Pan-Africanism and a reminder of a united origin and hopefully goal towards progression.
And in that same stanza, as you were reading it, the line that caught me and, connecting to what you're talking about of things, of it still being so relevant, we were telling the same stories over and over and over. And I think just those 2 lines, it really sums up a lot of how, we as people of color are feeling, that we're telling these same stories over and over.
So I'd also like to add the first 5 lines. Nobody wants to die on the way. And then the line, none of us wanted to leave our bones. The idea that we're telling the same stories over and over and how we run out of time. I think about my father, who never got to see, or my grandmother, Barack Obama, become president. And I think about this and how my grandson, during his life, in terms of when he first realized who the president was at age 4, it was Barack Obama. So that was all he knew for a moment. So it was like something my father and my grandmother never knew or got to see, and then something my grandson, this is the only thing he knows. So the idea of death and then time here, time runs out.
I wanted to just take this moment to do a writing prompt. A line from A Song for Many Movements. You will just take a line and use that as the first line of whatever you choose to write.
So the line that I picked was the very first one. Nobody wants to die on the way. So what I chose to write about was nobody wants to die on the way. What does that mean? How does that make other people feel when that's said? Like, I don't want to die on the way. I don't want to sacrifice myself trying to do something that I'll never get to see or, come to fruition. How can I manifest this so that my legacy continues to be lived and moved, so that in the essence, I'm not really dying. Someone is just taking my place.
Go ahead, El. Oh, wow. El, you want to pick up?
Sure. The line I chose was, there will be nobody left. There will be nobody left if we continue to let them other us. The rivers will dry up and the banks will be charged with the soldiers of patriarchy, binding and blinding us from our own brilliance. There will be nobody left. No vessel to house humanity, because the colonized cannot exist without someone to rape.
That was amazing.
Wow. Beautiful. Now we've officially reached the end. El Monique, And Natalie, thank you so much for participating. You have no idea of your contribution, because it's going to actually reverberate even through the remaining sessions. And I welcome you both to come back. We have 3 more sessions each Wednesday, 7 to 8. Thank you so much. You've been wonderful.